What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors and the state of the team going into 2022, as they have closed out 2021 with a great game against the Clippers, and they've started off 2022 very nicely. And I'm just going to be talking about the team and where I think they can get to throughout not just this season, but into the beginning of next season as well, as that is part of 2022. Where that we currently sit, we sit in 9th place in the Eastern Conference, which is it's not awful, but ideally you'd like to be a bit higher. They're just a half game away from seventh place. The Wizards are there. We're actually tied for the 8th spot with the Hornets, and it's relatively a very tight race. I mean, we're 2 games from being the 5 spot. So there's obviously room to get better, but they can't have a bad streak, because you look 2 games back of us is the 12th spot Atlanta Hawks, and we know that Trae Young can ignite that team and put them on his back at any point. But the Raptors are on a nice little streak here. They won 3 in a row, pretty promising wins. They played very well against the Philadelphia 76ers. They lost by 5, but they didn't really have anybody playing in that game. The only regular players they had really was Chris Boucher, Gary Trent, and Pascal Siakam, as everyone else was out with COVID protocol. But overall, the Toronto Raptors have been playing very good basketball, and they look like a team that can definitely win some games, make it into the playoffs, and who knows what happens once they get there. Looking at what the Toronto Raptors individually have been able to do in terms of numbers, Fred VanVleet, I mean, this guy has been on an absolute tear over the past couple games. He's up to over 21 points per game on the season. He's averaging just under 7 assists per game and 5 rebounds per game. And for a guy like Fred VanVleet, who is 6'1", to be averaging 5 rebounds, with the other numbers he's putting together, he's averaging over a steal and a half a game. He's just been playing so well, and in the last 2 games, he's averaged 34 points over the past 2 games, and he has not played the fourth quarter in either of those games. He's scored 30 points in 3 straight. In 4 of his last 5, and the 1 game out of those last 5 that he didn't score 30 points, he had 27 points, along with 7 rebounds and 12 assists. So it's pretty safe to say that this guy's been playing very, very well. And in my opinion, he's an all-star. He should be an all-star. He should be going to Cleveland, and I don't even think there's a question. Fred VanVleet's been tremendous. He's shooting the ball 44% from the field, 41% from downtown, 88% from the line. So all around, VanVleet's been very, very good. Pascal Siakam's been very good. He's averaging 20 points a game, over 8.5 rebounds a game. So he's definitely been very, very good. Hopefully he's able to continue to grow and get back to what we all thought he was after his All-Star season. And then our rookie Scotty Barnes, he's continuing to show every night that he's not really a rookie. I mean, the way that guy thinks, the way the guy plays, if you never knew the guy was a rookie, you would think he's been in the league for a few years. Just the way he handles himself, it's very good to see. But I think this team's ready for takeoff in 2022. With the pieces they have, they've shown when they're healthy, they're a team that you don't want to see. I mean, they're a team that's going to give you everything for 48 minutes. They're well coached with Nick Nurse. They have some bench players that really fight. Yuta Watanabe, Chris Boucher, Kem Birch is back, getting healthy. Svi Mihajlovic off the bench, if he gets hot shooting the ball, he can really get in rhythm. So they have pieces that, if they're healthy and playing at their best, this could be a very good team. A lot of fans question whether or not the Toronto Raptors should trade a guy like Pascal Siakam and potentially get a superstar player for him. A lot of people were, talking about the possibility of getting Ben Simmons. I mean, it wouldn't be awful, but at the same time, it's just not a move that the Raptors should make, and I don't think Masai Ujiri is going to go that route. I think more of a realistic trade, if the Raptors are looking to go for a big-name guy, it's Miles Turner. That's the most realistic thing I could see. if they were to go the route of trading for a bigger name. And I just don't think trading Pascal Siakam right now would be the best thing. He's just playing really, really well. And if the Raptors can put a stretch together, I think this is a team that they can make some noise if they can get out of the play-in and potentially get into the playoffs. There's definitely some teams in the Eastern Conference that are ranked higher than I think they're. I think they're ranked better than they really are. Like a team like Cleveland, I don't think that's a team that really is a 5 or 6 team in the East, especially with the injuries they've picked up. So I think that they're going to drop in the standings. Charlotte, I don't think is a 7 or 8 seed in my opinion. Washington, Bradley Beal can only carry that team for so long. Philadelphia, without Ben Simmons, can Joel Embiid carry them the entire season throughout the playoffs? There's just a lot of question marks. Milwaukee, obviously, Miami, and Brooklyn, those are teams that are definitely, and Chicago, those are teams that are definitely the top 4. I think that's pretty clear, but I think there's some teams in the middle of the pack that the Raptors fit right into and I think can, really play hard against, and they can beat some of those teams. But overall, I think the Toronto Raptors are really, really ready to take off in 2022. They're a young team. They have a lot of good pieces. I think they can, if they want, they can make a trade for a guy that's going to help them out at the center spot. But overall, I think the Raptors are, in really good hands, from top to bottom. If you go from ownership to player personnel, coaching, everywhere in between, they're just in a really, really good spot. But let's see tonight if the Toronto Raptors can get up over 500. It's going to be a tough one in Milwaukee on a second night of a back-to-back. Milwaukee's pretty healthy, and we're coming in as 8-point underdogs. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they're able to get to 18 and 17. If I had to guess, I don't think we're going to win it tonight just because, we've been, pretty crammed, our schedule, second night of a back-to-back with travel. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully they're able to prove me wrong and, pick up a, very impressive win tonight in Milwaukee. But that's all I got in this video, guys. You guys let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on the Toronto Raptors. Are they going to take off in 2022? I think they will. And as always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe for you guys, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.